Winter's coming, so get ready for cold temperatures now by calling Premier Heating and Air. Get a heating and air system checkup for only $49. Our trained professionals will come out, inspect your unit, inspect your heater and duct system, and ensure it's ready for winter weather. Ask your technician about our indoor air quality products as well as attic insulation, duct cleaning, and moisture barrier. Experience the Premier difference today and get a heating system checkup for only $49. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 11/30/23. All right, everyone, we welcome you out to Oconee Gym here with Mr. Curtis again, Mr. Curtis Smith. Here it is, almost Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Curtis, we got a lot to be thankful for, don't we?
Absolutely. Me and everybody else. Just listened to the program this morning on the radio, and he was talking about how we beg and ask and pray, and just keep asking for things, forgetting how blessed we are already.
Yeah.
And all that he has done for us already.
Yeah, I hear a lot about that lately, a spirit of gratitude. You need to approach every day, stop and have that spirit of gratitude and think about what you're thankful for first. And praise him instead of saying, hey, I need.
Yeah,
we do need, but we are thankful.
I guess that's human nature.
Yeah. And that's what we got to work to get away from a lot of times,
That's right.
is our own human nature. It'd be more Christ-like. All right, coming up on Thanksgiving, I got to ask you, you're going to be getting together with the family, I know, probably get together at your house. Everybody going to come over.
Yep. That's, be looking forward to it all the time.
Yeah.
And, it used to be about eating a lot, but I got to that number where it don't take much to fill me up. So it's mostly for real about family.
Yeah.
And we have a rather large family with mom and everybody, and all get together, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah. So the spread is out there, and everybody got the favorite dish. What's your favorite dish?
Dressing.
The dressing.
Yeah, as long as it's done right.
Hey.
It's not everybody don't do it the same. And
right.
So you get used to it as you're growing up. And but dressing that good old sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. That's them number 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's number 1 and 2 for you.
That's right.
All right, I hear you. I do hear you on that. Now you got young people coming in and parents alike coming in down there this week with school out for a little bit.
Yeah, it'll pick up quite a bit now. Like I say, they normally wouldn't be down here this time of day, of course, but throughout this few days, we'll see a few more people.
And so every Thanksgiving, we love to get together as family, but Oconee Gym, we've been pointing out for weeks here, Curtis, is a family, is a community place. It's where people come to congregate. And so during Thanksgiving, during Christmas break, there'll be a lot of people down here. There'll be a lot of young people down here. Then when it get around the holiday and we eat, we like to find some way to work it off. So they're going to come down and shoot some balls. Somebody's going to hit some weights. People going to be walking because the more you eat, the more you got to move.
Yeah. And like I say, it'll pick up. You have, tradition was for a good long time that all the holidays, like Thanksgiving, all, your college boys, some that played in college, some that didn't, they all would gather, Thursday morning and Christmas morning and go at it for 3 or 4 hours, and everybody go their way. But now that's kind of cooled off, but we still have a few. They come and, get their little special groups together. And like you say, the gym has always been what it is, man. It just now is, hopefully we can move forward into a different era. Provide a little bit more opportunity for different things. It's like I said, I keep harping on the whole thing. Expansion would be great, but it is what it is. The gym has always been a place where people feel good about coming to. We've been blessed. We haven't had a whole lot of troubles, and some of the nature that you might hear or read about around, and we thank God for that.
Well, you stay on top of things here, Curtis. Anybody comes down here, shoots ball, they know who you are, and if they don't, they're gonna get to know you pretty quickly. Especially if they step out of line or anything, you're right on top of it. But that's what you do.
Yeah, but like I said, I like to give them credit too. It's not, respect is good, but it's like one of the number ones that things that come up now when people are in conversation about young people, they don't respect anything anymore. But so I give them credit too, is to respect the place.
Yeah.
You know, and I think overall we do a pretty good job between me and them.
Yeah.
You know, can't take all the credit.
Right,
And
right.
God watching over us all.
Yeah, amen. So basketball season coming up. You got the league coming up here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that. When's that started?
Well, registration is ongoing. It ends November the 30th. And after that, you know, they get together and choose up teams. And they get to practice for a month. And then January, they kick it off right after the New Year holidays.
Yeah.
We play 9 and 10 over here and 11 and 12s. And then over at Stubbs, the younger kids play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, school ball it's off and running. You know,
Right.
high school has already started. Middle school, a good many of them has already started, and so you know we officiating that, man. It's off and going. College ball, you got all the tip-off classics on.
Right.
So it's
Right.
a good time.
Yeah, it's time for indoor sports for sure.
Yeah,
and,
amen.
And basketball is getting it on. So you're going to call middle school again this year, right?
Oh yeah, we get out there and make it up and down. They don't run quite so fast as the big boys, you know. But no, I gave that when Ben moved back and took the job at Dublin.
Yeah.
I just preferred to go watch them as to officiating every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. So I hadn't done that in about 4 years now.
Yeah, you still love on the middle school a little bit, try to
Oh,
give them
yeah,
that
yeah.
structure and do that,
yeah.
but at high school. And it's different. We're going to pause for a minute and you got to tell me, I know you keep it up with Ben, how they look this year. He's over at Baldwin now. I know everybody knows that.
We went to Atlanta last Saturday, and they look pretty good. They played tomorrow, and they look real good. But you know, they new. But you got about two. I know two seniors. His guards are good, really good.
Good.
And so, and you know, for him being a guard, and we are between us, you know, say between players, you know, everybody like the size. Give me some guards that can really play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work some things together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a couple of good ones, and then you know, we saw some of them some youngers when sophomores coming off the bench that did a good job in that game. So they have a game tomorrow night at Millersville, and so
Yeah. Yeah.
and have we'll be right over in there seeing what to do.
I know you will. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is about family, and being as part of the family of Dublin, wherever he goes, he's always part of Dublin for sure. So we got a few things coming up on the calendar now, don't we? We got I was talking to Buck Benton and AJ Wright, and they telling me about an event that y'all have lined up.
2 Saturdays from now, I think December the 2nd is the plan. To just have hadn't really put a title on it, but just a day of meeting and greeting. Just people can come together and talk and talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Just a community from that area and anybody, you know, this is not a preacher's conference or holier than thou conference. This is anybody come by and start to try to change the flavor of people's feelings. You know, not directed in these multiple directions, but if we get all of us to start focusing more on our community and who's the head of all of this.
Right
You
on.
know, once we come to that understanding, you know, I think we can get along a little bit better. We can look out for each other a little bit better. You know, we won't have this ongoing saga of, you know, one side of time more important than the other side and all these kind of things. So, that's what we're hoping to get out of it.
Yeah, so that's December 2nd. That's on a Saturday,
Yeah, we're going to start at 11.
starting at 11 a.m. And they're going to be worship music. They're going to be people praying for the community. It's just going to be a lot of fellowship, though, right?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping, yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to get to know everybody from different areas of the community who have a common goal. And I believe a lot more of us than people give credit have a common goal, Curtis.
Yeah.
We got a common goal for our community. We got a common goal to bring up our young people in a positive environment and show them the right way to go, show them the positive way to go in life. You know, I may be trying over here, you may be trying over there, but when we all come together in one place and we say, hey, what can we do? And put God in the center of it, then it's going to go places.
That's right. And once everybody see it, and you know, because you said we are more even if you aren't per se Christian, but I think everybody knows, regardless of what we're doing right now, everybody knows who is the head. And you can't really hope to accomplish too much by separating yourself from the head. That was just in our Sunday school lesson, I think, yesterday. That, some of the way back in the Christ time and Paul's time and all those apostles and everything that worked around, it was difficult then. And so many times when you're in the Word, you see so many parallels to where we are and how we act towards each other, and everybody locked into their own little thing. Even when it comes to religion, how many religions do we have now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
When we're reading the book, everybody said we got one God. I don't know how we got where we are with all these different religions.
Right.
But hopefully these kind of things, and people are doing them all over. And you see it everywhere. You just, we get in our lanes and we kind of just stay there. And we're comfortable there. We don't try to reach out over here and reach out. That's their problem over there. That's their problem over there.
Yeah.
But it's all our problem.
It is. It's time to get a little uncomfortable for some of us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And come on
that's
together.
That's what it's going to take. It's always been sacrifice. From the very beginning to the ultimate sacrifice, it's always been a sacrifice to get the right thing done.
Take a break. We'll be right back with Mr. Curtis.
Hello, I'm Andy Cullins at Cullins Supply. Bad Boy tractors built to carry the load around your farm or property. We're building on legendary Bad Boy brand by introducing a new line of small or medium-sized tractors that maintain our history, combining power, performance, and build quality while delivering the highest value in their class. With a tractor size to fit any farm, from landscapers to ranchers, Bad Boy tractors are positioned to be workhorses in the field. Coupled with our line of Bad Boy implements and cutters, you're all set to make your workday feel less like a chore. Visit us at Cullins Supply, 910 East Jackson Street in Dublin, or 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
All right, we're back with you, Mr. Curtis at Oconee Gym. Curtis, it has to make you feel good when you look up and you see the rendering of what the gym is going to look like. I mean, I know we want more room. I know we want to grow, but to renovate and keep the character of Oconee Gym, I think it's a positive thing. We have to take it as it is. It's funding that's coming this way, and it'll be appreciated, I'm sure. And hopefully it's going to bring out more people. But truly, I know you open your doors every day for people to come in. If a civic group, if a sorority, a fraternity, if a church group, if just a people from the community say, hey, we want to have something, where can we have it? They can call you, can't they, Curtis?
That's right. We've always done it. We don't blast it out there. Everybody think there's nothing happening over here. We've always done it for a long, long time. That's, in fact, I got a meeting a little later today about an event. So it's just the perception, I think it is. One of my things is, about the whole renovation and all that. Of course, it's going to look better. I just hope it functions better. It's like this why we're in here, because that space is taken up.
Yeah.
And once it is, there's hardly anything else you can do. Even if you had some rooms, unless you had more room, you're going to hear the ball bouncing. So if you want to have a civic organization come in and have something back in the new rooms, then you're still going to have to take the balls up, or you're going to hear them bouncing in your meeting.
Right.
Yeah. But, I think the point is well taken that, what's the expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, or something like that.
Yeah.
You take it and, make the best of it and hope for better things as people begin to understand and look forward to things being better in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Still got the prayer meeting and prayer group meeting down
Yes,
here.
sir, and it's growing. It's growing.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Reverend Lorenzo Cates from right up the street up here. He and his brother pastor the church, and he'll fill in whenever he needs to. Kenneth will.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, he does an awesome job. He looks forward to it. You know, he don't feel like he's eating into his time. He's kind of made it his thing. Mm-hmm. And we even had about 5 men in here last week. And sometimes, boy, I tell you, I had to move back out the camera. You had the motion get to flying in there. They had about 3 or 4 of those ladies getting up in their feelings, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
kind of touches you. And
Come on.
like I said, I slide on back off the camera. Everybody want to see me boo-hooing on the camera. Oh, no, but we have a great time, man.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
does an awesome job.
Yeah.
And just like any, study situation, you can discuss it, ask questions. If you don't really understand it, if you don't see it the same way he see it,
Yeah.
so it's great. It's great. Yeah.
And it's the first time that you've had a prayer group, prayer meeting, Bible study.
Yeah, it is. It actually is all this time. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and that's amazing in itself to me. Again, that prayer, that coming together of Christians in this location is what's bringing more exposure. It's what brought me here. I truly believe it, Curtis. God moved on me because of what was going on here, and that's our desire. It should be all our desires is to get involved where God is. We ain't trying to get God to come over here and get involved with what we're doing. We're trying to go where God is. And so you invited God in, you praying over it, and then the community starts coming. That's the way I see it now, Curtis. And I'm trusting that it powers forward, that it makes a big difference, and that communication gets better, that people think, we got to see what Mr. Curtis says, or we got to see what somebody else over here says. Getting the whole community is one, because we can't make it without each other. There's no way. It's proven. It's playing out that we can't do it.
Yeah, I'm glad you say it's proven, because it hadn't worked up to now. I mean, we're still, in many cases, when you look at the whole of it, we're having advanced nearly as far as people like to pretend.
Right.
We still got a whole lot of issues
Right.
that need to be addressed, and just getting along with each other. That seems to be paramount right now. I mean, people, it's rough.
Yeah.
It
is.
And a lot of it, people bring on themselves. You can't, a lot of times we want to point to this, point to these people, that people, sometimes the conversation the other day is just, look in that mirror sometimes.
Yeah.
It's right there. That's where it starts at.
Right.
So you got to make up your mind what you see in that mirror is something that you can appreciate. And then if you're going to live this better life, this Christian life, then God need to appreciate it. You need to, well, I put it, that's not the way it ought to be said. God needs to know that we know that he is the one that we need to look to, that look toward the hills from whence comes your help and all that.
Yeah.
That's where it is. It's all our efforts with our best intentions. If we're going to try to get it done without the head at some point in time, you're just going to realize it just ain't going to work.
It won't work.
It ain't going to work.
No, it won't. And you do have to look and say, what am I doing? We can point fingers all day long. Oh, they ain't doing this. Oh, look at this. Oh, bad this or whatever. But look at yourself. Look at the opportunities you've been afforded in life. When I look at the opportunities that God has given me, the life that he's given me, the support system, what I'm talking about, everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have Curtis and Brenda Smith to look out over the family and to raise them all up and take care of them all the way through. A lot of people don't have that. So how are we going to sit and say, oh, they need to be doing this? Well, who's showing them?
Yeah, that's very important, because, sometimes we say, well, if I come out of that situation, you can come out of it. But, the same help you had might not be available to that same person you're trying to accuse of sitting in it. And we are lazy. I mean, I sometimes, try to talk about opportunities that I start to say pass me by, but actually I passed on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that goes about everybody else. But without community, that whole village thing that we talked about for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Everybody got to be willing to help in some form or fashion. It's not about you financially and all this. Just give a few minutes of your time, and correct some things when you need to correct them. We scared to speak to kids now. You don't say, boy, you see the kid throwing rocks at the light, you scared to tell him to quit throwing at it. He might throw them at you. But you got to step up.
Hey, what's going on works.
And everybody, like the schools, those teachers, those good teachers, they realize what they're dealing with, and that's why so many of them, I used to be saying, why the teacher don't have to do that? Why the teacher has to do that? Because they recognize it. They know what the situation them kids in.
Right.
And many of those teachers, and that's why I say, I don't know why every time, like with the government, every time something come up, the first people they want to cut is the teachers.
Yeah.
Who would be anywhere without the teachers?
Right. Especially, like you say, the ones that go above and beyond.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
care so much when they see a need. So that's a good point.
We come up on it. Mr. Brown, man. You say above and beyond? Shoot. And that's what, in my time, that's what we saw. All of us didn't follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
But that's what we saw out of them, And we had those teachers now. Some of these kids would be a whole lot better than they are. I'm telling you, them, they was compassionate, but they wasn't up to that foolishness either.
Right. It's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. You said something earlier. You call yourself out on sometimes being lazy. I mean, that should be a point for all of us right there, Curtis. Think about yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be lazy. I know it's human nature, and we're trying to get away from human nature and get to a godly nature.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do with ourselves. But when you see yourself slacking, or when something's laid on your heart to do, well, I say whenever the Lord says move to do something, you need to go on and do it then. Right then. Turn that way and go on and do it then, because you got time. We all got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't be messing around, I tell you that, because time is it's moving quickly. I don't know how many times I done heard in the last few days, it's finna be Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like we just left Thanksgiving, so it don't mess around.
Yeah,
so,
it moves fast for all of us.
We need to try to get some things done.
Yeah,
if we can get them done.
Take a short break. We'll be right back with Curtis.
North, south, east, or west, Friendly Gus is on your way today. Fuel up with Friendly Gus's delicious breakfast, made fresh every day. Your wallet and your belly will thank you. Choose from our 20, 40, and 60-piece chicken finger and wing platters. And don't forget the tater logs. Our food is always fresh and our service is always friendly. Friendly Gus, on your way today. Also shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry at 320 South Jefferson in Dublin for additional items like paper products, chicken wings, bulk drinks, spices, sauces, and more. Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
All right, back with you. We want to remind everybody again about December 2nd being the next big community event. It was put to me, I got a call by Buck, and he was telling me, what AJ was going to do and what you had approved to be down here on December 2nd. He said it was kind of like Church Without Walls. And that kind of stuck with me, Curtis.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I get it. It's the church. It's the people.
Well, nothing more important, man. If you don't, the Bible tells us, we carry the church with us. You're supposed to go to, it said, don't forsake the assembly. So you're supposed to attend. But what he's talking about, in my mind, is exactly it. I can stay over there in William Grove and never mention anything to anybody except William Grove.
Yeah.
And that's just not what it's all about. And that comes with time. And it's not like all of a sudden, you want to sound like you're all into the Christ and all that. It comes with time, and God works you. people don't know if you don't say nothing about it, but he's working with individuals all the time.
Yeah.
You know, when you become a preacher, I doubt that you just said, I'm going to be a preacher. You know, something was working in you and through you. And so
It's a process.
these events, you know, and Pastor Buck, man, I tell you, he energizes me a little bit. You know, I told him that the other day. He's got that enthusiasm, man. You can hear it and feel it in him. And you know, you run into those people on occasion. You know, I think my pastor Jonathan Lewis over there, he's a young guy, same kind of, you know, wants to see things moving, not so much stuck in what you used to. And you know.
Yeah, but you think the same way, Curtis. You're a very positive person. You got good energy. You want things to move forward. You want the right things to happen. You want to help bring people together and bring us all up. But our community's got to come together for it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I put it that way. I don't take all that credit you just gave me, but I'm getting there. I'm better for real. For better.
Yeah, I'm thankful to get to know you, Curtis. I really am. But I want you to look inside now and just kind of think about the community. Think about your responsibility, your role here, and maybe your family too. And just tell us some things you're thankful for, brother.
Well, just thankful, for family first of all, for God and family. But as far as my role and what we see here, I think it's for a long time now. Even before, I really paid more attention to living better, doing things as being church-like, God-like. I've learned, from Miss Brown, you have to have compassion for the people you're dealing with. And I'm talking about young people. And people come from all kinds of situations. And everybody doesn't learn that, what's important here and that's important and all of that. And you have to point it out to them. I don't try to bully those kids or get in their way, but when something needs to be pointed out, you need to point it out. And I think the same thing about, that's why I love recreation too, because kids grow up in an environment where it's not just do like you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. You got rules and regulations. And so once they learn that, how to get along with teammates, how to listen to coaches, how to, I told, we had an officials meeting, basketball, got some young officials want to start doing that. So don't listen to those kids being disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's just way too early for that. And then once they get away with it, they just carry it on up with them. And it's the same when you come in here. You don't come in here with all that cursing and raising sand and, you go down, they used to get mad with me. I go down in the weight room, you got people playing all that stuff like they in their backyard.
Yeah.
Man, you got to have respect for the place. There's a certain way how you were reared in your home and in your house when you have your grandkids or whoever come over, they don't get to do just like they want to do.
Right.
Not in your house.
Right.
So that's how it is. And I say we've been very blessed, very blessed. And I thank the community for it, that they look out for us, and we can look out for them the best we can.
Yeah, you got to set a precedent. It's got to be an example, and just set the tone from the start. But get on out and do your part, ladies and gentlemen, and look inside yourself and see what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for my community. I'm thankful for this opportunity to be able to share with you people like Curtis Smith right here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
That'll do it, brother.
All right, man.
We thanked each other enough. It's Thanksgiving. Let me get that cool.
I know it. My mind is so good these days.
We're not used to it. Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Need to go and call.
Yeah. So time to get away.
Yeah, man. It's amazing how that goes.